Hi, everyone. I am your host, owner, and creator of The Mix. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, you guys, as you can see from the title, what this video is going to be about, Mr. Tory Lanez. Yes, Tory Lanez, another update, guys. You can head on over to my video section and follow all of my updates in chronological order on the Tory Lanez case, post-trial actions, and appeals, possible appeals actions. So, okay, the hearing is set for April 10th, 2023. Hearing is set for a motion for a new trial. So that basically is Tory's new legal team, which will be his appeals team if the motion for a new trial, post-trial action is denied by Judge David H. His last name is kind of difficult to pronounce, so I'm just going to call him Judge David H. His last name starts with the H, so that is his name, Judge David, last name H. So if Judge David H denies the motion for a new trial, then appeal will be in full force. Okay. But what do you all think? Do you think Judge David H will grant or deny the motion for a new trial? Like I stated before, check out my videos on possible appeal alternatives and post-trial alternatives involving motions um, for new trials and just basically the common post-trial motions that normally come up if a conviction is handed down by a judge or a jury. Sort of like it all falls in sync with the Bill Cosby case, same actions, same court criminal actions, post trial, all of that, appeals, all of that. And then also like with R. Kelly, check out my R. Kelly videos. Same pattern, you guys, same pattern. So Tory Lanez has been convicted by a jury. So now he has a new legal team. This new legal team is supposed to handle his appeals. However, what's common is that once the defendant fires his old team, which handled his trial, which he did, hires a new team. Tory's new team consists of attorney David Kenner, attorney Jose Baez, and attorney Matthew Barhoma. Go to my video section. I did a breakdown on their credentials, each one. So go to my video section. I'll do a brief recap in this video as well. But yeah, so basically, Tory hired a new team of attorneys to handle the post-trial actions amid his conviction, and also a possible appeals if Judge David H denies the motion for a new trial. And as I stated before in previous videos, like some of the alternatives, common post-trial motions. One would be motion to one of the most post trial motions include the following, and you can also find this on Google as well. One is motion to dismiss. The two is motion for judgment of acquittal, and three is motion for a new trial order of dismissal. So that's three most post-trial common motions that are filed by the defendant's legal team once a conviction is handed down. And as I stated before, even in R. Kelly case, these motions typically are denied. And if denied, appeal is in full force. And usually the motions is just a catalyst to what to expect on appeal. So really the motions is really a preliminary, the post-trial motions is preliminary to the appeal. Because like I stated before, it's common, and I believe especially in California, that it will possibly be denied. Why would any judge, as I stated before, why would any judge who presided over the case, the trial case, grant a motion for a new trial or grants a motion for acquittal on a post-trial action? Why? It's just going to make that judge look like, under his watch. No, I doubt, especially in California, as they say, as people have stated, California is a different ballpark in terms of the judicial system. So I highly doubt that Judge David H. will grant the motion for a new trial. It will be interesting to see what's in the filing. I don't even know if they officially filed it yet because, okay, this is March. We're in the beginning of March. So the motion for a new trial hearing is April 10th. And also, it's been some conflicting information too about the sentencing with Tory Lanez. I, to my understanding, the sentencing had not been set, but based on an article written in what's that news article? Fox 11, Los Angeles digital news article. Sentencing is actually the same date as the hearing, the motion for a new trial hearing. So sentencing is April 10th, unless this is not totally accurate or unless something might change. But I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen to go over this article. And my computer is kind of moving slow. That's what happens when you have people in the household using the same network, the same servers. Okay, I'll go over this. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen so I can go over some excerpts from this article from Fox 11, Los Angeles. And this was posted on February 28th, actually. Earlier this week. Yep, early this week. I'm going to share a clip as well. Just a snippet, just a snippet. Say my computer is going slow. Moving kind of slow.
Assault and felony weapons charges for shooting rapper Megan Thee Stallion in the feet during a 2020 argument in Hollywood Hills. Switched attorneys since being convicted in December. His new legal team is expected to file a motion for a new trial at the April. More than 20 years in prison at sentencing.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so there you have it. That's pretty much it. Let me go over a few excerpts of the article. A brief hearing in downtown Los Angeles Superior Court. Judge David H. agreed to rescind. He rescinded the order barring Tory from speaking about the case, the trial. And it would be interesting to see if he will be doing any interviews in the future, maybe before the hearing date. Probably not. Probably not. Nevertheless, his lead attorney, David Kenner, filed a motion for a new trial, which is set to be heard on April 10th. I would like to get a copy of that motion just to go over it to see what are the legal arguments, if it has officially been filed. To my understanding, it's hard to obtain court documents or public information in California. They said with a lot of court cases, it's hard to get this information. So I don't know. I'm gonna try myself on my own accord to see through some of legal databases that I kind of have access to. But yeah, the article further states from Los Angeles News, Los Angeles 11 News, Lanez, who has remained jailed without bail since minutes after his December 23rd verdict. Ooh, that was right before Christmas. I know he was in shock, complete shock. He's facing up to 22 years in prison. But yeah, his legal team filed a motion for a new trial, and yeah, there you have it with that. It's going to be interesting, everyone. Also, do you all believe that Tory Lanez should have taken a plea deal if it was offered? And it probably was offered. Me, if I knew I was innocent of the charges, I don't care what's up against me, I would not have taken a plea deal. Way too many people get caught up into thinking a plea deal is the way out, which in retrospect, it sort of really is. But in my opinion, it may not be, because you then have a criminal record and you're on some type of paperwork for years, could possibly be 2, 3, 4 years. And if you violate that, then you're back in. So it's like a monitoring situation. So I know it's easier said than done, fighting the case when you're citing that, hey, you profoundly stating that you're innocent, you're innocent, you're innocent, regardless of the verdict, you're still stating you're innocent, you're innocent, innocent. I know it's easier said than done because people don't want to just sit there. But man, it's lately I've been seeing, and I'm not gonna say lately, but I've been seeing a slight change in people, instead of taking plea deals, some people have been fighting their cases, fighting their cases, fighting their cases. So, fighting their convictions and on appeal and all of that, and been sitting. And sometimes they have to sit for some years, just like hence Bill Cosby. And then his conviction was overturned. So that's just the chances you get. But Bill Cosby, everything has been wiped away criminally. He has no criminal record anymore. So but I'd rather go through that. He doesn't even have to register as a S offender like how he was before. So I'd rather go through that, knowing that especially if I have the money and resources. Let me just piggyback a bit. If I had the money and resources, I'm fighting. I am fighting it, especially I know without a shadow of a doubt, I know me, I know the situation, and I know I am not guilty of those charges that was set before me. I will fight it. I will fight it. I will definitely fight it because you can't come back from a plea deal. It's to my understanding that this is just not how it works, and you can't just say, "Oh no, I wasn't thinking straight, my mistake. I want to take back the plea deal. I want to rescind that." Only way, to my understanding, you can rescind a plea deal is if you were pressured into signing it by your legal counsel, public defender, prosecutors, or a judge, or if there was corruption with a particular police officer that was presiding over the case, or the DA's office or prosecutors that was somebody was dirty and did color inside the lines, or someone was just grossly ethical, then it is likely everything that the DA, prosecutors, or the officer have done, or the corrupt judge, then it could be up for review and everything reversed. All those cases that was under either that judge, under that prosecutor, DA, or that police officer. So that's the only way a plea deal, something like that, could possibly be reversed. But otherwise than that, you really can't come back from a plea deal. But you can come back from a guilty and a guilty verdict off an appeal or off of post-trial actions. You can, because you did not plead guilty to that. You were convicted through a jury or judge. So yeah, I'm speaking here, you guys. I'm speaking, I'm preaching. I'm educating here. You can Google this stuff too as well. But yeah, like I said, even possibly plea deals under, like I said, officers who were corrupt or dirty. That's the only way that could possibly more than likely be reversed. And that's just not the norm or common, really. It has happened through like the Innocence Project, when they go in and they dissect everything through the Innocence Project. And I think the Innocence Project is probably in all 50 states now. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know that if you guys find out anything different. Drop a comment. Drop a comment. Let me know, is the Innocence Project, is that across the United States or in certain states? But yeah. But but yeah, that's the only way a plea deal could be reversed, if you was, pressured or forced, or it's a dirty situation with the government, the prosecutors, and it's proven that they were dirty or whatever. And normally, a lot of cases that was under their watch, under their belt, is usually reviewed, and the people just are released. The defendants are released because it was a dirty situation with that particular officer or judge. So yeah, that's that. But drop a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you all are aware that the if the Innocence Project, that organization, is it in all 50 states. I would like to know that. That's like an aha moment question for right now. For right now, it just appeared on my mind because I'm like, yeah, because usually the Innocent Project usually are the ones that go full force with cases like that, and they find so much corruption, and then a number of um, people who were wrong, I'm not gonna say wrongly convicted, possibly wrongly convicted, or who was just convicted under a dirty cop or dirty judge's watch, or DA, a prosecutor. Their cases were reviewed, and hey, get out of jail free card. You guys are released. You guys are released because this person was unethical, and all their cases are up for review, and we don't want this lawsuit. But sometimes normally they do get a lawsuit afterwards too. So yeah, so let me know down in the comment section if the Innocent Project is that organization is in all 50 states or whatever. But yeah, back to the Tory Lanez. Yeah, his motion for a new trial hearing is scheduled for April 10th, and that's supposed to be his sentencing date again. I'm not 100% sure of that because I was receiving conflicting information from different media sources and stuff. um but yeah, that is going to be interesting. And sentencing, he is scheduled to be to possibly receive up to 22 years in prison, but who knows what will happen. I want to share another screen with you too, because I want to go over his attorneys again. And if you check out my videos in my video section, I broke down the credentials of each attorney. I will say this much: David Kenner, he's the vet. I'm gonna call him the vet. He was Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight's attorney. He pretty much was in-house legal counsel for Death Row Records back in the day, early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. He got Snoop off for murder charge or case. And Suge Knight, I think he represented Suge Knight on appeal, not for trial, but on appeal. So I know there was some conflicting information out there saying, oh, he was Suge Knight's attorney and Suge Knight is incarcerated. But no, I think he worked out his, I think he got his sentencing or something. He did something with his appeal, which I think was sort of beneficial to Suge. So David Kenner, he's a vet. I call him the vet. Jose Baez, this was Casey Anthony's attorney, Florida attorney. She got off murder trial. I think her child. Also, he represented the ex NFL superstar football player who himself in prison. The Hernandez case. I would call Jose Baez more like the navigator of ideas. And Jose Baez actually did an interview, I think it was TMZ, and I'm just paraphrasing. He feels that mistakes were likely made and a new trial is warranted in the Tory Lanez case. So Jose Baez, you heard it from his mouth. Check out the interviews. You Google him, Jose Baez, Tory Lanez attorney, and you may come across the interview he did, I believe, with TMZ, that states that Jose Baez believes mistakes were made and a new trial is warranted. Again, this post-trial action, motion for a new trial that was filed, it's common. It happens after convictions, and this is just a catalyst to an appeal if that post-trial motion is denied by Judge David H. So this is just the process, the procedural. And I want to go over his last attorney, Matthew Barhoma. That's who I really want to dive into. I have his website up too. I'm going to share my screen too. I call Matthew Barhoma the architect of dissecting the legal errors in comparison to other cases to make the argument for a new trial. So let's go over who he is, because he's the young cat, he's the young guy, the young fella. And like I said, I call him the architect of dissecting the legal errors and putting it all together, piecing it all together for the legal arguments. And yeah, let me share my screen. Screen. Law firm. Okay, this is Matthew Bahamas law firm. Just an excerpt about the firm. As you can see, Matthew Bahama, Tory Lanez's third attorney on his case, post-trial actions and possible appeal. Bahama was founded by Matthew Bahama, an award-winning criminal defense and appeals attorney. So this is his niche. Matthew and his team have built an impressive track record for defending criminal charges in the Los Angeles area and for appealing against criminal convictions in many cases for people who are wrongfully behind bars. So this is just an excerpt information about Matthew Bahama's law firm. You can go to his website. This is just something I Googled. His website. Ideally, you have been charged. Ideally, if you have been charged with a crime, we review your case and work with the DA to get the charges dismissed. That is not possible. We will try everything to ensure that the consequences for you and your future are minimized. This often means plea bargains for reduced sentences or probation. If a conviction is impossible to escape, we will work to get it expunged later. This applies whether you have been charged with a violent crime, fraud, another felony, or a lesser offense like a misdemeanor. We will defend you aggressively in court. So yeah, and there's some testimonials, some reviews. Let's go to the reviews. Some reviews I have. Client reviews. Let's go to client reviews. Again, Matthew Bahama, he's the young fellow, as you can see. These are some testimonials for some of his clients. I don't know the date. I don't think there's any dates to these. Mr. Bahama got all charges dismissed. I called him when my son got a DUI. He was charged with driving under the influence, resisting arrest, and possession of a controlled substance. Mr. Bahama explained things so well. He eventually did exactly the strategy he outlined for us during our initial call. Like I said, he's the architect. He outlines things. You can read the rest. And let's click on his YouTube channel. Okay. YouTube review. Let's see what this guy states.
Wasn't surprised at the fact that he got me out due to his record, what I seen, his record of getting people out. I was more surprised at how far he got my charges dropped from attempted murder down to assault with a deadly weapon. And then gang enhancement going. So
I don't know if you guys could hear this. Wow.
Looking for a lawyer to help my in-house case. Being that this is my first time dealing with a private attorney, Matthew was surprised.
Sorry.
A great lawyer. Easy to talk to. Didn't give me the runaround. Direct, clear about everything, all his intentions and things he was doing. Me and Matthew Bahama went through the case when he laid out the options that I had after going through my case. Everything he put together and said,
Tory Lanez attorney's law firm. This is a testimonial from a client, former client.
My paperwork. Wasn't surprised at the fact that he got me out due to his record. What I seen, record of getting people out. I was more surprised at how far he got my charges dropped from attempted murder.
Yeah, there we go. He's just repeating it. Okay. There's more videos too. This is from Matthew Bahama's law firm, a testimonial. This is really great. See, Matthew is the most knowledgeable lawyer. Like I said, he's the architect. I have worked with teams of lawyers and none of them were as knowledgeable and prompt as Matthew. I trust all of my company's legal affairs with Matthew. He makes me rest easy knowing he is on it. So yeah, you guys go to Matthew Bahama's website. You'll see. You'll actually see what I'm talking about. Like I just had to give another breakdown because I didn't really dissect Matthew Bahama in my other videos. Because he's young and he's fresh, but at the same time, he's the architect, he's the brains, he's the millennium. You know, he's just what is needed in this legal team. Like I said, when you have David Kenner, the vet, Mr. Snoop Dogg's former attorney, Suge Knight's former attorney. He was in-house counsel for Death Row Records. Then he's a veteran since the 80s and 90s. Then you have Jose Baez, Casey Anthony's attorney. he's the navigator of ideas, like he stated in his interview. Mistakes were made, and he believes a new trial is warranted. And like I said, lastly, you have Matthew Bahama. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on Matthew Bahama, the architect, dissecting the legal errors and all. So yeah, you guys, there you have it. There you have it. This is going to be interesting. Again, far as the hearing approaching April 10th for Tory Lanez and the possible sentencing actually on that day as well. I don't know. I don't know. I do not believe Judge David H will I do not believe Judge David H will grant a motion for a new trial. Not under his watch, because he's the presiding judge over the trial case. So that, again, it's not common for motions like that to be granted, post-trial motions. So what will happen eventually is this will be on appeal. I would be shocked if Judge David H grants a motion for a new trial. I would be shocked if that happens. But based on the states, the judicial system, and this trial, that trial seemed like it was kind of funny. I didn't really follow it in detail, step by step. I got clips here and there, but what struck me is that the Kelsey part. Now, I did follow that part, so I'm still not understanding that. And then the guy who actually witnessed the situation that happened outside of the home with them, it just seemed real sketchy, real like somebody is switching some things up at the end of the game, you know. So legal errors, in my opinion, also were made. I don't know. We have to see. We have to see if there is some ethics in question, some ethical actions in question on the part of the prosecutors, you know, or some other outside influences. Got to see that too. So I believe David Kenner and Jose Baez and Matthew Bahama are combing through that trial, combing through it. And we shall see. We shall see. So let me know, you guys, down in the comment section, your thoughts on this. Comment. Also, like, share, subscribe to the mix. I thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Those who are digitally passing by, please hit the subscription button, boom, and notification bell, boom. Everybody hit the notification bell to my channel, The Mix, where you will receive all updates, commentary on legal matters, experiences from gym experiences, travel experience, everything. It's The Mix for a reason. It's The Mix for a reason, you guys. I even do some music commentary. Thank you guys always for tuning into my reaction commentary on these subject matters. Thank you. And then head over to my video section. You'll see the Tory Lanez appeal team video. Go through that. Matter of fact, I'm going to attach it to this video. You're going to see this in my description section. So click on that and just follow the chronological order of my updates on the Tory Lanez case. You know, I'm always bringing something a little bit fresh, more new to the forefront, to get your mind sparking, and, you know, just to get the wheels turning and the possibilities of appeal. And then this educates everyone. You never know, it may be you, your loved one, someone close to you, a friend or whatever, who has to possibly go through a legal case, criminal. Hopefully that's not the case, or maybe civil. It's very important that you choose your attorney wisely with the information that's out there as possible. You know, is it a one and done all the time? Absolutely not. But there's so much information out here. Go to the ARDC website. Your state should have that. Google the attorney. Go to their website. Check it. Just like Matthew Bahama. Look, if an attorney has people doing reviews and testimonials, these are real cases. This is it. And I'm not trying to share my business like that, but I've had to select an attorney for someone I know, and I went through, I'm sharing with you what I did myself to select the attorney. I even help someone select an attorney for a civil matter, you know. So, and I'm kind of like the ghost consultant of it. You know, I'm not an attorney myself, so I'm like, okay, these are the questions to ask them, this and that, to ensure that the attorney is on the case, and this and that. or whatever. So I kind of help navigate the situation. And then if somebody, they have a question, hey, yeah, come back to me or whatever. Even when it comes to real estate and all of that, I know the type of questions. I'm familiar with that. I'm familiar with the regulations, what type of questions to be asking the real estate agent, the loan officers, and all of that, and the banks and this and that. And you don't have to, you don't have to go close to, if you're not comfortable with closing on a house that you're really not sure about, you don't have to. A lot of people make the mistake and think that, you know, I've been in situations where I've seen, not literally seen, but through business, my business professional, you know, just through my career, people not show up for closing, not show up for closing. So I mean, I can give you guys so many different scenarios based on my experience and education and all that, even when it comes to intellectual property from trademark, copyright. So yeah, I'm just giving you guys a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So like I said, my channel is about the mix, and I'm coming to you with as much a wealth of information that I know and that I'm knowledgeable of, through experience, through education, practical experience, all of that. But yeah, so continue to tune into my channel. Go through my legal related videos, and I'm gonna attach the Tory Lanez appeals team video to link to my description section to this video. So but again, like, share, subscribe, and let's get the discussion going. Also, if you want to donate to my channel, you can go through my Zelle. That's tplegal30@gmail.com. All donations is for content creations, for me to enhance my channel. It's to just bring forth more information at a higher level, just to step it up some notches and stuff. And donations will help to do that. And also, my Cash App is $THEMIXX30. $THEMIXX30. Yes, the mix, the mix 30. So yeah, you can cash at me there as well. Donations are welcome and accepted for content enhancement. And just thank you guys for tuning in, and let's get the discussion going in the comment section. Again, do you believe Judge David H. I'm thinking about the R. Kelly case. Judge Harry was over R. Kelly. Judge David H. will grant or deny Tory's motion for a new trial. And also, do you believe Tory should have took a plea deal to make it go away? How do you feel about plea deals? Even if you are innocent, will you still take a plea deal? Will you know for a fact that you are innocent? Will you take a plea deal to say, hey, forget it, I'm guilty, because I don't want to go to jail, but I'll be on papers for 3-4 years, you know, although you're innocent. So you're going to have them monitoring you, and you can't violate. You're going to be under these strict rules, and you're going to be regulated and policed for 3-4 years in your private life, basically, depending on what type of probation it is. Light probation, intense probation, aggressive probation. You know how that, well, I know how it goes, but yeah. So let me know, guys, in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, comment, you guys, and share this video. Thank you all for tuning in to the mix. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.